The Islamic Republic of Pakistan came into being on the 14th of August 1947. But what that truly meant gets shoved under carpets or is glorified in ways that neglects the true consequences that came along with it. This nation was built on the foundation of unity, hope, and pain. The misery rooted deep within the cores of a crumbled nation, falling apart at the roots, holding itself up together with every string that they could get a bare grip onto. A people that, despite all the throat-wrenching agony, mistreatment, and remorseless rule, decided to sweep it all across them and break free of the suffering, even if they knew they may not last to see it for themselves. These are the true roots of the birth of Pakistan. This is the true foundation and the true reason why it still stands, if not the tallest, most successful one. But because it became into being, because of a whole awful lot of restlessness, determination, and faith strong enough to move mountains and untruthful ruling alike. And with all this struggling and suffering in mind, does the immaculate glory of this nation begin to sprout. When we begin to water it with chants of bliss and love for the freedom that we gained, the soldiers martyred in the peaks of their bravery, and how these people who were once bleeding could yell and break free to a land they could finally truly call their own. A land where the people who fought for it knew they wanted the world to be a better place for the people to come. A land that they could call home. The building of this nation costed us lives upon lives, homes, and people lost by the second. And with all this unwavering strength and struggle did the stream come into being, when the cruel British ruling was shriveled and put into place, giving up all it had to the hands of these people who had nothing but hearts of gold and nerves of steel, whose suffering became a stubbornness they were unable to curb and a weaponless strength they were unable to shoot down. A people who spent their whole life suffering enough to wear the British, the longest ruling of all time, down to its fall. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the father of this nation, brought this land into being on the foundation of unity, faith, and discipline. He truly believed that Muslims deserved the freedom to practice and preach what they liked, as did the other minor religions. That all people had rights to education, to vote, to speak for what they needed. The freedom from oppression, from guilt, from struggle, from misery, from pain and suffering, and of the threat of losing life only to pursue what they believed. Freedom of all things that had kept us from becoming who they really were. An epitome of power, just as all Muslim rule has been, as history calls it back. We are a strong-willed, untiring nation, and we all know that there is no power that can undo Pakistan. And with everything that this land has offered us, we will always be an independent, free country. The power of this nation is unmatched and will always be. And no matter what this land has become, as long as we live in it, it deserves love. Long live Pakistan.